I'm Lori and I love books. And since you're here, I assume you love books too. I'm going to be doing my monthly wrap-up for January as well as a haul video. So I read 5 of my 7 books for my January TBR. The last 2 books I read for January are both poetry books. This is Pure Sounds of My Soul by Golden Dye, and it is, she appears to be an independent author. I found this at a used bookstore, and it's 70 pages long with poems about connecting to God and spirituality. My favorite poem in this collection is Pretend, where each line starts with Let's Pretend. The last book I read for January is Wild Embers, Poems of Rebellion, Fire, and Beauty by Nikita Gill. This is the second book I've read of hers. I read Fierce Fairy Tales last year. And a lot of great imagery in this book. My favorite poem was about Little Red Riding Hood. And these are just very inspiring, but they also deal with mental illness, trauma, and other things. So you might be cautious if you pick this book up. The last book I started for January but haven't finished yet is Persuasion by Jane Austen. And I got to page 10, which I had a big project at work last week as well as a lot of snow to shovel. So getting 10 pages of reading done in that week was a success. So now moving on to my haul. I normally don't buy this many books at once, but I wanted to do a haul video. So the first book I ordered from graceanddelilah.com. I have a subscription box with them, which you'll probably see a video on in a little bit, in a couple weeks. This is Whispers and Wildflowers, 30 Days to Slow Your Pace, Save Your Scripture, and Draw Closer to God. It's by Sarah Beth Marr. I picked this book because I'm hoping to maybe do this during my summer break. And they were all things, and I love learning about different theologies and different paths to the divine. So I'm looking forward to this. My brother gave me a gift card to Barnes & Noble for Christmas, so I found on birthday A Twisted Tale by Liz Braswell. I know there's a lot of other books in this series, but I tend to only focus on Wonderland books because it was my favorite as a child, and it's still in my top 3. So I'm looking forward to reading this. My February TBR is going to be based on the Queen of Hearts. The other thing I found at Barnes & Noble was this pretty wolf bookmark. I collect bookmarks, and this says, "The free spirit follows the path of the lone wolf." And maybe in a later video I'll show you my bookmark collection. From an independent bookseller I frequent, I found this cute, The Little Book of Alice, Wonderland's Wit and Wisdom. So each page has like a little quote, and then there's the original John Tenniel illustrations in black and white. So that looks like it'll be a really easy read. I also found this little bunny pin that says Get Lit. And I found 2 more books. The Secret Garden. I have read this book before, but I just joined a book club on Goodreads, and this is one of the books for that, and I'm looking forward to rereading it. It has been some time, but I really like the cover art for this, and these are raised a little bit, and then it continues on the inside, and the front and the back, and then the edges of the paper are different lengths, which adds a textural component. The last book I found there was Beneath the Moon, Fairy Tales, Myths, and Divine Stories from Around the World by Yoshitani. It's got the moon phases on the spine, and it has some extremely gorgeous illustrations that are very vibrant and colorful, and I'm looking forward to exploring these different cultural stories. The last place I shopped was a used bookstore, and I found a field guide to Irish fairies. I am Celtic on my mother's side of the family, and I'm a very visual person, so the more illustrations, the better. Some of them are in color, and then some are in black and white, but so I love reading, but I also love when there's illustrations. This is Isa Isa, which is illustrated by Maurice Sendak. He did Where the Wild Things Are, and he's one of my favorite illustrators. I don't know much about the book other than that, though. But there's one of the illustrations. As I said, I love Alice in Wonderland, so I'm trying books based on Alice in Wonderland. So this is After Alice by Gregory Maguire. I haven't read anything by him before, but I do love the silhouettes of Alice following, and then the White Rabbit. And on Google, I found a top 10 list of books based on Alice in Wonderland, and this was one of them. So that's why I picked that one. And then the last book I have is M. Hatter, The Looking Glass Wars, Volume 1. It is a graphic novel. Last year I read my first graphic novel, and I'm looking forward to trying another one. I have not read Looking Glass Wars or Seeing Red yet, but they are going to be on my February TBR. If you want to see the picture of my February TBR, it will be on my Instagram. And I hope you have a lovely week of reading. Thank you for joining me today. Bye.